All right, here we go. Ray J, our first official interview.
I know.
Man, like a decade or so.
I know, man. Congratulations on everything.
Man, congratulations to you too.
Thanks, man. I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, we're going to get into all that because we've done other pieces here and there.
Yeah.
But I think this is our first real serious.
I think so.
Yeah, first
and
serious
it's
one.
good. It's good now. It's 2025. 24 was just kind of like a way out, twisted, expression. I think for me, and I think in 2025 we just got a brand new plan.
Yeah,
a new outlook on what we need to do. So you get the calm, collective, kind of boring me. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. Well, we have a lot to talk about,
Okay.
and I did a lot of research on you before we started. I never realized Snoop is your cousin.
Yeah.
How are you guys related exactly?
We all from Mississippi, so all of our cousins go from Jackson down to Macomb, Mississippi, down to New Orleans, all up the coast. And so it's crazy because Daz's mom, Snoop's mom, my auntie, my mom, they all used to ride on the same bus that my granddad used to drive a long time ago. And it's crazy because we all kind of all came to Cali and went our separate ways, but then ended up kind of in the same space. But it was like Brandy was super clean, Snoop was all the way, you know what I'm saying, in his world. And so the contrast was crazy. So it was trying to keep that at a minimum, but I was the one to kind of break the ice.
Now, when did you start hanging around Death Row?
When I was I think 14, 15.
Okay. So that was 2003, 2002, something like that?
Yeah, I think, man, when you get older and the way we kind of lived our life, a lot of this shit is a blur. So yeah, I think.
Well, okay, well, hold on. But you were hanging around Death Row when Pac was there, right?
Way before Pac was there.
Before Pac was there. So you're talking about before 2002 because Pac died in 96. So
Way
you're talking about the 90s.
Yeah, so it was two waves. So it was the 90s wave, and then it was the wave when Suge got out of jail.
Okay.
So it was two waves. So when Suge first got out of jail, he had all the bread. You get what I'm saying? So it was fresh out. And then before that, it was I was hiding. I used to tell my dad, and Pops, don't get upset, but I used to tell my dad that I was going down the street to do my homework. And Snoop and Daz used to pick me up in the old school Cherokee Jeep, and I used to just hide under the back of the seat, and then I used to go to Can-Am every day. That was way before Pac came on.
Okay, so when you were at Can-Am, what projects were they working on at that time that you got to witness?
At Death Row?
Yeah.
Everything from Above the Rim, all of Snoop's albums, Corrupt, The Dog Pound, Lady of Rage, OFTB.
Everything, all the real pivotal projects.
Yeah, Tupac, when Pac was recording, we was all around. It just kept waving. You know what I'm saying? You know what's crazy though? Throughout all of that, I still never really been in the lab with Dr. Dre. I don't think. I probably was, but I don't know. It be certain shit that people be telling me I be doing, and now we had this run, and I don't even be remembering, but in my mind, I don't think I ever been really locked in with Dr. Dre. Even though Dre is the greatest,
During that 90s era Death Row, I heard a lot of stories, a lot of people I interviewed that were there. And also it was a very tense time because you had Suge, then you had all the Bloods in there, and one of them would have a bad day, get in a fight with his girl, then goes just smack somebody. And, there was a door that didn't have a handle on the inside. That
Wait, what? Wait.
You didn't hear about this? The door?
The door.
There was a door that people used to just...
Which one?
The red room.
Yeah, there we go. The red room.
And what happened in the red room?
People used to just get hands and feet put on them in this room. From what I was told by multiple people. I'm not making this up.
Nah, shit.
Your man just keeps...
Bro.
Okay, see? Your man just keeps you in on it. Well, Danny Boy was over there during that time. He said at one point you guys were friends, but then something went wrong and you guys had some sort of issues at one point. You know anything about this?
With Danny Boy?
Yeah.
It was just so much stuff happening. It was just went in so many different ways. Like, it was like you had the Danny Boy situation. You had just the overall, like, death row situation. You had your personal life situation. And then for me, like, I was with Suge every single day. And I really wasn't with nobody else inside the bigger wave of thing. And then at times I would go and, like, I was around a lot of different people inside the bubble. But it all came back to Simon. So it just a gang of shit happened, that's just life, I don't remember the details. These niggas be remembering, like, exact days, what be happening. But, when you get older, you kind of just try to make peace with everybody and say, fuck whatever happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking through the interview, and Ray J said, sorry, no, I'm looking through this interview, and Danny Boy said some interesting shit.
Okay.
He said while he was drinking and smoking with some of the barbers, they were shocked he was smoking and insinuated he had a drug problem. When he asked where they got their information, they said it was from Ray J. And they said that Ray J also said that Danny Boy was trying to force some gay shit on him. That's what Danny Boy said. Did you know that Danny Boy was gay during that time?
He said he was gay now?
Yeah.
So he's gay?
He's gay. He's out in the open. I've interviewed him about it. He cried, felt bad about his son.
Word.
And
shout out to Danny Boy.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't like to, point the finger. I think that, like, everybody grow up and everybody trying to understand who everybody is, you know what I'm saying? And what everybody is about. It's a lot of rock and roll shit going on out here. It's a lot of shit happening in real time that most of the time you would never really get to see or never really get to experience because it's like there was nothing nobody couldn't do. You get what I'm saying? Like, we could do whatever we want to do. And so, as far as enforcing shit like that on me, I don't think enforce is the word. You know what I'm saying? I just think that I was real vocal about, like, what happened in certain situations back when I was younger. So I was more like, and this nigga did this, you know what I'm saying? And, and this, you know what I'm saying? So I was more, like, sporadic on my experiences. Is sporadic a word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
2 for 2.
I was just, like, when you look back at me, it was just, I was real loud. And I just didn't give a fuck. And so I said a lot of shit. A lot of that shit's true. But now, in 2025, it's like, how do you make peace with everybody and move on? Niggas is said they admitted that they was, who they were, which is good. I mean, I got a whole agency that's on my team, you know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of gay friends and I work with a lot of gay people. And it really don't matter if you gay or not. It just matter if you show up on time and do your fucking job and then and go live your life, right? In any aspect. So good for him, And I don't want to enforce any negativity on what it was. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm. What changed in Death Row when Tupac signed?
What changed?
Yeah, when he started, being part of the mix. Now you got the superstar along with Snoop and Dre and everyone else. But Tupac had a very interesting type of fame that I don't think anyone really had, ever.
Well, I just feel like when you get around Suge is really the person in the studio, like giving you your inspiration, especially in that kind of like intense, like vital beef moment of wherever Pac was in his life on whatever he had to get off his chest, as far as whether it was the naysayers or whether, you know, whatever somebody did to him or whatever was going on. And Suge supported that in a way where you feel unstoppable, you know, and a lot of things, like anytime I've been in the studio with Suge, he always kind of broke down like what niggas should talk about on songs and stuff and how it should be said pretty much in songs. So that's just my experience with Suge, because I was always with him. Now you got Dr. Dre and Snoop, everybody, they do their own songs. Suge not in the studio, you know what I'm saying? But every session I've been in with Simon, he always really pretty much gave you the experience first, where we went on like a week and a half crazy run, just living crazy, and then you go to the studio and you talk about it and you like sing about it or whatever.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Suge for the first time a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, for the first time?
First time. I've always said that I'm never going to talk to Suge, but over time I said, well, why am I on this high horse right now? Like,
yeah, why you didn't want to talk to him?
I just felt like so many bad things happened around Suge that I was sort of concerned about being around that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always kind of kept my distance. Even when me and Suge, when he was out, we'd be in the same room, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to go. I'm like, I know he knows who I am.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm like, I'm just not going to talk to him because I've just had too many people that had bad experiences. But then I remember I was on Drink Champs, and I mentioned that, and Nori was like, well, what about the people who had good experiences, like Ja Rule, Irv Gotti, and he started naming more and more people, and I'm like, okay, that's a good point. So maybe I need to get off my high horse at one point. And we talked, you know, a couple times actually. And we might do something together.
That's dope.
You know?
Yeah, I talk to Suge all the time.
Yeah. Interesting guy.
Yeah.
Interesting guy. Very unique.
I mean, he just understands scale. He understands the creative process. Outside of anything personal, you know, he has the magic to like inspire and coach.
Well, you said that you saw Faith Evans sitting on
I
Tupac's
knew
lap.
he was gonna do it.
Yes.
That's what I was getting. Yo, Faith is so mad at me. She don't even speak to me. I swear to God.
Over
she
that
don't,
comment?
I think so. But she cool with like Princess. She always like show love to like everybody around
But
that
you.
I'm cool with. But she don't say shit to me, yo.
Because of that.
And I don't bother her about it either, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't bother her about it. Like, I love you, Faith, and I respect you. Again, like, there has to be a time in people's life where they kind of flip the script and start to move in a different way. So you look back at everything you did, like Ray J. Like, I'm not Ray J no more. I'm Tron. I'm no longer Ray J. There's no J to Ray no more.
Playing Ray.
Ray Tron.
Ray Tron. Okay.
And Tron is because we're inside the digital system now, right?
Right.
We're
the movie Tron.
It's in that space, but we're in the game, but we're in a digital game. We're in a robotic game. We're in an electronics game. We're inside the system. So Jay is everything that I did, everything I said, all the shit that people can pile up and go, damn, when I was with Ray J, he did this. When I was with Ray J, he said that. When I was with Ray J, he did this. That's all Ray J. That's no longer who I am.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm Tron. I've been trying to get my whole team to call me Tron. They keep calling me Ray J. I'm like, they not really like understanding. Like, I'm already working on changing my whole government.
All right. Well, Tron, I will say this. I interviewed Faith, and in her book, she wrote that, you know, she did some music with Pac, and then when they went to the hotel room, he tried to push up on her, and she wasn't with it, and she left. I will say this, though. I do know someone that was very close to Tupac during this time.
Yeah.
And they said that after Pac and Faith had relations, Pac called him like in the bathroom right away and was like, "Yo, me and Faith just did our thing."
Yeah.
Which, this is something he told me off camera.
Yeah.
So I tend to believe that Pac and Faith had relations, and at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that.
So what I say? What did I say on the thing a long time ago? What did Ray J say? Not trying, but what did Ray J say?
You saw Faith Evans sitting on Tupac's lap.
Where?
Not sure. Don't remember.
That's it?
That's it.
Not even specifically where I was.
I don't remember
what we were doing.
I have to pull up the actual clip to get all the details.
Okay, got it.
Do you want me to do that?
No, I'm a journalist.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, pull it up?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
I'm getting into it. You know, okay, I'm starting off a little rusty because honestly, I'm trying to change.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to pull it up. I'm
trying to change, you know. I'm trying to be like filled with substance on what to do now. Not what it was. Go ahead, take your time. I'm giving you.
Shout out to Art from Art of Dialogue. This is where it was said.
Shout out to Art of Dialogue. You know, I try to just keep everything. You know what I'm saying? Some Hollywood Athletic Club a long time ago. At the Hollywood Athletic Club a long time ago. But past that, just in the death row times, I see Pac all the time too. But I either be with Suge or I'll be with Snoop. Yeah, like Tupac. Tupac came to my birthday party at the Hollywood Athletic Club.
Nice.
I think when I turned like 21.
Nice.
Pulled up to the party and showed love. And then hit him up.
There's no way I can do this interview and not ask you. You did an interview back in 2008, right? Where you made a comment saying that you seen your Faith on Tupac lap.
See, that's what I'm saying. I ain't want to go viral again because I done said when I was younger, bro, that I don't even feel like I should have said because it was probably nobody's business. You get what I'm saying? And so that's what took me back to that.
Keep going.
But here's what it is. I'm kind of saying the same thing I'm saying now.
Right.
Where you see me trying to change.
Right.
And this is 10 years before now.
Mm-hmm.
But they just keep calling me back in. They keep bringing me back into a character.
The Godfather. Every time I try to get out, they pull me back in.
Well, into Ray J, into the character of what Ray J is.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting, right? Not only to me, more importantly to the family and to like my mom and dad and Brandy and everybody. You know, it's exhausting watching Ray J go.
Well, at one point, Suge Knight signed over his life rights to you.
Yeah, like, okay, so you know what everybody called Suge, right? No, nobody, if you was around Suge, you really didn't address Suge as Suge. Everybody called Suge Simon.
Right, that's his real name. Well,
right?
No, wait, Marion Suge Knight.
No,
so
Simon is like in the same verbiage of Simon Says.
Okay, that's what it's from.
Could be.
Okay.
Could be just another kind of nickname, right? But that's what everybody called the homie and still does. Simon used to call me Lil Simon. So everybody around had to call me Lil Simon.
So you were his little homie, basically.
That's
right?
How you want to put it.
I mean, that's where the little name usually comes from, right? It's a term of respect to the big homie, right?
That's the homie.
Okay.
But Suge, you know, would come around for Christmas and like Thanksgiving and come and chill with my mom and dad and talk to my mom on the phone every single day, frequently about a bunch of different things. So it was a lot there. You know, it's a lot with me and Suge and just everything that he did with me in business and just a lot of shit. You know, it's just a lot going on. Still to this day, like we got a lot of stuff coming out, like some really dope stuff. And I can't wait for people to see it because it's gritty, it's honest, and it's something that I think he would want people to see because the approach is spot on. It's not friendly, it's not kind. There's no positive ending to what it is that we're showing you It's very grimy.
Well, Whack 100 is a regular on my show. That's what got us together, by the way.
Shout out to Cash Jones.
Cash Jones. Mm-hmm. Me and him have a very
because
interesting
Whack
history.
100 is not Whack 100.
Mm-hmm.
Whack 100 is inside of his own Tron, his own system.
Right.
His own digital vortex of what it is.
Yeah.
Cash Jones is who he really is. Every day on a personal and business scale.
And I gotta say before I go on, I have to applaud Whack's growth since I met him back in 2013. And we'll get into the story later on. But right now, like, Whack really has not only been a regular on my show, and the clips have all performed very well, which is why you see him on there all the time, but he's also went out of his way to, like, get me on the phone with Nick Cannon, because me and him had a falling out some years back, and you're here because of Whack. You know, he's the one that kind of brokered this and everything. And I just feel that overall, Whack has just grown into a business person.
Well, that's not Whack.
That's Cash Jones.
That's Cash Jones.
Well, I'm just saying, the person
so you
formerly
known
as Whack.
Well, no. Whack 100 is for entertainment purposes.
Right. On Clubhouse and so forth.
Everything that comes with the entertainment side of Whack 100, that's something that people are entertained by. And so he gives you a stellar performance.
Right.
With facts.
Yes.
And everything along with that makes it extremely credible in a lot of different ways. So right or wrong or right, there's always something credible inside of what Whack is doing. Mm-hmm. Good or bad in people's eyesight. Mm-hmm. Cash Jones is just a different person. Cash Jones, when it was 2:02, I was supposed to be here at 2. I got here with like 2:20, 2:25.
Something like that. Yeah.
Right, so I was 20 minutes late, and I apologize, right? Because I'm usually on time. Yeah. At 2:02, Cash Jones hit me like, you late, bro. And all I got is my relationships with everybody. So he talked to me, I share my location. That's how extreme Cash Jones is. So that's why with Ray J and Tron and, you know, people that are really portrayed as villains, like in this network, there's always a positive side to what it is, and there's always smoke and mirrors to everything, you know. And I don't want to expose all smoke and mirrors and how it's trolled and how people are bringing you in to attract you into this emotion, good or bad. You can hate it as long as you feel something. Hate me all day. You're expressing an emotion for somebody. It only takes me one time to change the emotion to love, as long as you're giving me your energy. And so a lot of people just don't understand the magnetic tools that happen with hate and love and how it goes together.
Well, the first time I interviewed Whack, your name came up. And I didn't know this, but he said you're actually a Piru, blood yourself.
I mean, I grew up in Centerview, and, you know, since I was like 13, like maybe even 12, you know, I was extremely banged out. And it's kind of hard to believe, but, you know, I really don't speak on it, because if you're from LA, then you know what it is. But if not, then it's kind of like a fairy tale in people's minds. And so I don't really try to, like,
glorify it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I was
usually
surprised. As long as we've known each other, I never knew that side of you. Because you never put it front and center.
Yeah,
so when he said it, I'm like, oh,
I mean,
interesting.
I was extremely activated.
Okay. So how old were you when you officially became Piru?
You usually don't say when you became anything. Like, it's embedded in your, like, soul.
Okay, but you didn't get jumped in at a certain age or that type of thing?
I mean, yeah, but I just don't like to get into it, because it's irrelevant to, like, what it is now, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
It was the whole process was intense, and I was super banged out. I used to hit up outside of the hood every day, the hood.
Spray
you know
paint.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I was 12 and 13. But usually when you start doing shit like that, you like a little kid. And then it goes into like the teenage years and it goes into like high school. And then by that time after that, you kind of start to grow out of it, whoever you are. So when people start gangbanging later on in life, it's not the same as when you like actually just lived in the neighborhood and just caught up with whatever the people that you love, and whatever y'all doing is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
What do you think during that time in your life was the most serious situation you got into?
I mean, it wasn't one crazy situation. It's just when you young and you get with the wrong crowd, and if you gangbanging, that's the wrong crowd. Period. And I love all my homies, and all my homies will tell you, most of my homies is dead. Mostly everybody that is close to me is dead. And that go from when I was with Suge every day, that goes when I was in Centerview every day, that goes when I was around anything in that kind of world. So the celebration behind it is not there. You celebrating because you love your people. And then if it's all burgundy or all red or blue or whatever, wherever you from, you love your people around you because they got your back. But it doesn't end well in any of those situations.
Yeah.
So I advise everybody not to do none of that shit because you better than that.
Now, isn't there a Lil Ray J that's still running around?
A Lil Ray J?
Yeah.
Like what? What you mean?
Like a little homie that named himself after you.
There's no Lil Ray J.
Okay, I heard
now,
there was.
Again, when you from
You never heard this before?
When you from a certain neighborhood, I'm from Centerview, Paru.
Right.
That's where I grew up. That's where all my people is from since I was way before 11, 12. We talking 6, 7 years old, right? And it's just what you adapt to in any area. When I was on TV, the homies used to call me movie star blood because I used to be on TV at that time.
Movie star blood.
Right? And so that's what they called me because none of the homies felt like I even needed to be still in that certain mindset. None of my big homies, Solo, all the homies that I was with that really had my back was telling me I was tweaking. You need to go and be great. That was their message. For me, it was embedded in my soul at the time I was young. It was like the homies was all we had. And so looking back and fast forward into now, I understand what they were saying. And we lost a lot of people, literally. Like all our like close homies that we love is dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for me to glorify any of that shit will only be speaking to the young masses saying, oh, it's all good. I was that. If niggas really don't know, like what I was, that ain't okay. It doesn't end well. It's like I'm trying to find a place in time where I can actually make my mom, my dad, and my sister proud. I'm trying to find a space for it. I'm trying to see what I can do to do better, right, in 2025. And so glorifying gangs and glorifying the streets and the negativity of what it leads to, I can't be a part of it.
Well, I don't think it's glorifying because I think it's a cautionary tale. Because I've interviewed literally hundreds of people like this, and these stories never end well.
They don't end well.
Ever.
And
no one ever rides off into the sunset with $100 million. It's always, in fact, when I went through kind of the kingpin stories, it's always about, for every year you ball out on the street, you do about 5 years in prison. You'll have a 5-year run in the streets, that'll go 25 years in prison.
So I've been in the game since I was like 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
So you can even ask like Lil C's, he'll tell you right now. When Biggie was out here, right before he died, they came to a Moesha party and they found out that I smoked weed and I was turned up. And I'm just Brandy's little brother.
How old were you at the time?
I don't remember. This is all
97.
Probably.
So you're how old at the time?
Who knows? I would have to think about
You're 15, 16.
Right?
About 16 years old, yeah.
I was 16 because I could drive. Now,
Yeah,
okay,
16.
now I'm remembering.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister let me have the Range Rover 4.6. That was at the time where the 4.0 wasn't popping. The 4.6 was popping. That was the big Range Rover. So, long story short, I ended up smoking with Big that night. They end up inviting me to the hotel like a day or two before everything happened with Big in LA. We spent all day together. We smoked out. These niggas was tripping that I was like a young, crazy, little loony, like bad kid. So we was connecting. And then all that shit happened. And I could tell you stories about everybody that was big, that had money, all the kingpins, all the bosses. Like, it don't end well for nobody.
Yeah.
Not one of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Name me one.
I can't name any. Not Freeway Ricky Ross, not Big Meech, not Lil D from Oakland, not Convertible Burt, not Alizo Adam. I could go on and on and on and on and on.
So what does that say? It says that we gotta do better, and we also gotta take everybody's story, compile them together, and try to find some kind of remedy for the new future to understand what to do for this not to happen again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the approach.
Well, maybe about 10 years ago, I interviewed Steve Hirsch, the CEO of Vivid Entertainment. And what he told me was when they first got the tape, everyone had signed off. But when they did some due diligence, they found out one of the signatures was fake. At that time, I stupidly assumed that Kim's signature was fake. But then I find out the exact opposite. Your signature was actually fake. There was a rumor that when Kim and Kanye got married in 2014, you sent a marriage gift of all your profits from that tape. Is that true?
Ray J did a lot of crazy shit, Vlad. I'm trying now.
Okay.
Right? Ray J did shit that was uncalled for at times. That is unexplainable. That's not okay.
Okay.
And so, looking back, even though everything is always factual, I got a song called Factual coming out, and it's stating all the facts. Doesn't mean it's right that I stated the facts. Could have kept them to myself. Facts remain. Timing, why I said it, why anybody should know it, it's questionable. Because a lot of times, moving in silence is always better. But when you're activated in this industry and people are tuned into something that they have no idea about, a lot of times you want to give them information. Sometimes it goes left, sometimes it goes right.
Ray J 2025, do you wish that chapter of your life never happened? Or do you feel ultimately you turned into a positive over time?
Yeah, well, as Tron now, where I want to give back, meaning like I got the Tronics Network. If you look at Tronics 2024, I put a lot of money behind Tronics. The subject matter behind Tronics is at an all-time high of ratchet television. It's probably some of the worst situations anybody's ever been in. It's over the top. So morally, now having the shows and then saying, I'm gonna put the money up for marketing, I started to look at the shows and I started to go, what's the benefit any of these cast members have after doing this show? I'm gonna profit from all of this negativity and trauma from everybody really just opening up their doors and exposing who they are. And so everybody's relating, but these people are going through a hard time when they finish doing these shows. If your people go to church, church is tripping. Your friends, your cousins, your mom, your dad, because most of the people taking this serious. And so I had to pull back from Tronics because I'm like, all right, I'd rather lose all that money, restart the network in 25 and become an opportunity network where I can build a community of people and audition the greatest stars from every column of whatever entertainment it is and give them a chance to become big and become a star and focus on making people stars the right way. So 6 million gone, 2 million to build all the data and understand that you didn't even need to do that. All you needed to do was just go on a platform that was a la carte. Gone. I'm good with that. I can't compete with all the shit that I've already done. And that's all I was doing. And so the morals and the integrity behind where I'm trying to be in 2025 supersedes the shows that I was about to produce. So everything got shut down and now I'm restarting everything.
Did you and Kanye ever have a relationship of any kind?
Me and Kanye?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was Kanye or he was Ye at the time. But yeah,
Have you guys ever sat down and have a long conversation together?
I spent like a week and a half with Ye.
Okay, there's my answer.
I spent like a week and a half with Ye. He came and picked me up on his jet and we went all around the world. And it was a dope experience, and we was able to like kind of squash everything. And it was during the time where all of this other drama was going on in his life, when he was at an all-time, like, I guess, red light for the industry. And he went on Drink Champs and he like broke down really what happened with me and him, but it was overshadowed by everything else that was said and that was being done. So people really didn't get a chance to see what he said, but you could show him if you run the clip. But yeah, nah, he's definitely somebody that you can look at and go, okay, you're doing what you want to do.
Have you seen what he's been on the last couple of days?
Not really, because I've been having like, I don't know what I ate, but I've been having like, I got allergic to something, so I've been bed rest.
Okay, well, if you go to Yeezy.com, there's only one item that's being sold right now, and that is this t-shirt right here for $20. Yeezy.
I don't have my glasses on. Can't see far.
It's a swastika in the middle of a white t-shirt. Oh, that's not a joke. You could actually buy a swastika t-shirt on Yeezy.com right now. I mean, well, what else is there? At this point, his Twitter account has been deactivated. He put up this one here. Jews were better as slaves. You have to put your Jews in their place and make them into your slaves. And so forth and so forth and so forth. As well as showing his admiration of Hitler and you know, and so forth.
I can't speak on that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'll speak on it. I think the ironic part of all this is, I don't know how Kanye doesn't realize that Hitler also hated black people. You know, and as well as in Germany, kids who were biracial were actually sterilized so they couldn't reproduce. Kanye has 4 mixed biracial children. So to show admiration to someone who really would have put you in a gas chamber, it just seems...
What does that do? What happens now?
You know, as well as slavery is a choice and, you know, all the other anti-black stuff.
What happens now when that's done? In that capacity, what happens?
You know, he probably loses a couple shows and, you know, he doesn't really have business deals anymore. He doesn't have corporate deals anymore. I think that, you know.
Do you think that somebody's gonna wear that shirt.
I hope a Kanye fan does wear that shirt and gets exactly what's coming to them. That's what I hope. I hope somebody does. I do.
It's not okay.
Of course it's not okay. I'm Jewish. I had big chunks of my family killed off by Nazis. I get it.
It's not okay.
My grandfather had 10 brothers and sisters who all were killed off during World War II by Nazis. So, I would have had a bigger family if it wasn't for the Nazis. It's not okay. And but it's just sort of interesting that a person who's actually hated by the same people who he's bringing up is praising this person. You see what I'm saying? It just seems like mental illness to me.
Is this at an all-time high of we've had it up to here? Are we there? Because what does cancellation mean at this point?
Well, I don't think, and I've said this, me and Wack were talking about this the other day.
I mean, can he go outside? Is he safe?
Of course he's outside.
And so how is that?
I believe,
if the magnitude is that heavy,
I believe, and I have to explain myself after I say this because Wack pointed out how this could come off the wrong way. I truly believe the only way to truly cancel somebody is to put them in prison or kill them. Now, I don't want either of those things to happen to Kanye.
Yeah, God forbid.
I don't want it. I'm not implying that this should happen to him. I'm saying that while he's still alive and while he's not in prison, he can't be canceled. He will keep putting out projects, and certain people will look past it because they might like the art, and certain people will still go to his shows, and people will buy his merch, hopefully not that merch, but other merch. And artists will still collaborate with him that don't feel personally offended by the things that he says.
Now
we've seen that happen, and we're seeing it happen again.
Now, I'm a journalist, right? Okay. And I have a show called The Reality Check, and, we tap into issues that a lot of people don't tap into. And you saw me last year on News Nation. You saw me on the Reality Check News, and I had a lot to say. I had a lot to say about asses being taken. I had a lot to say about turning cheek to cheek, and then I don't want to turn another cheek because at that point in this mode that we were in, all I was thinking about was butt cheeks, right?
Okay.
This is all on the national news. People are tweaking. They're going, yo, Ray's bugging out. But they're missing the point of what I was trying to say is that we're creating all of these stories for people to inject their emotions into. If you watch SNL, you understand that the troll is real. It's a spoof, right? It's acting, right? You watch a movie and they're on drugs and they're doing all these profound things. They're doing crazy shit. It could be a story about somebody from another country, whatever it is. You're watching it and you're enjoying it because it's a movie. When are we going to get to the point where we can see through the troll in the real life promotion and real life shows like reality shows? Because a lot of that has the same element to it. It has a very spoof troll kind of like recreated story that riles you up. But the only thing that is different is that the reality side of it, or if it's non-fictional and put in that, that title and then that column, it doesn't get the same effect because you think it's real. But a lot of this shit is all smoke and mirrors. And all of it has this troll spoof kind of like moment that's really not real. And then there are real moments to it. Just like in movies. Just like when people say what they say that they shouldn't say.
Look, is Kanye doing a social experiment to see what would happen in his own mind? Possibly. He even kind of hinted at that.
But
to a
it's
certain
still, and Ye can say whatever he wants about me after I say this or whatever. And we've talked and we went back and forth plenty of times. That's not okay. Period.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not okay. And as a crisis manager, because I do other things too behind my desk, have nothing. There's nothing that I can create to justify it.
From my point of view, and I have family members.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good, Vlad.
Yeah. From my point of view, it appears that Kanye is going through a manic episode.
That's not fair to say, man.
You don't think so?
No,
have you
man.
seen people go through manic episodes? I have. I've seen it firsthand, and it reminds me of this.
I think that people are geniuses and they understand how to poke and how to pick and how to create their own campaign that generates organic marketing. I don't think, honestly, it can't be real. You know, that's what most people are doing. I'm only speaking for the masses. That can't be real. He's just trolling. He doesn't believe that. He's not Yadoff. That's not okay.
He called himself that.
I know. I'm a journalist.
Yeah.
I know about all of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Kodak in the middle of the street eating chicken.
Right.
The Rolls Royce is on the other side of the camera.
Right. But he's in the middle of the street.
He's chilling.
Yeah.
He's hungry. He wanted to sit down and have a meal.
In the middle of the street. Yeah.
Atlanta loves him. He's not going through anything. He's Kodak. He's a fucking genius. He's not with a sign saying, "Thank you for this food you gave me. Please give me more and I'll rap for food." And if he did that, then okay.
But Kodak has had documented drug issues over the years.
That's fine.
Not to say that he was
just eating
definitely on drugs that day, but if someone has drug issues for years and you see this type of behavior, you could say, okay, this is probably the drugs. It might not be, it might just be trolling.
In a 30-second clip.
Yeah.
With all the things on the other side of the camera that nobody can see. He could have had a motorhome. He could have had people with earpieces. He could have been shooting a whole documentary about something.
True.
Right? And that's what I'm saying. I think that I'm here today to expose the smoke and mirrors that I've said, that I've done, that everybody's doing. This is entertainment. Enjoy. The more mad you are, the more clicks you get. You don't get it. You need impressions? You want to start a new Twitter site and you want to start a new Twitter account? Okay, you need 15 million impressions in order to monetize. Generally. You start spiking that shit up and you are somebody that can just say, okay, my pants are down and my dick is out. Okay, right? Now I got 20 million impressions. Okay, monetize me tomorrow. Now I'm monetizing. So all the shit I did to monetize, yeah, I went the extra mile, but now I'm getting 25,000 a month. Now my dick is out every motherfucking day. Guess why? Because I get 25,000 a day. While everybody's feeding into it. Great job. I would love to have my dick out every day for 25,000 a day. Unfortunately, that's not enough for me because that's not my rate. I'm joking.
Well, 365 days a year, that's not bad, though.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's a lot of money. That's millions.
Oh, my God.
Is it? Hold on. Let me do the math.
It's crazy. It's 25,000 times 365.
Times 365. 1, 2, 3. 9 million. It's 9 million.
So you're almost there with me.
9 million.
We're 9 away.
9 million.
We're 9 away.
9 million is pretty good.
So we're at 50 for me a day.
50,000?
I need 18.
Okay, so you'll get 18 and a half million.
And what's crazy about me is that when I go outside, you know how I'm not as tall as people think I am. So I go outside and they're like, oh, okay. You shorter than what I thought, but you still, whatever. That goes for all body parts.
I just interviewed this guy who actually got height surgery. He went from 5'5" to 6 feet.
I know, I seen those guys.
You saw that?
That's allowed. That's not okay.
From 5'5" to 6 feet, 7 inches.
That's not okay, man.
No? Why is that? What's wrong with that?
Because he got to cut his whole leg off to start over again. He got to train back
He had
again.
to cut both of his legs off in 2 places, upper leg and lower leg.
Just to be tall.
Just to be taller.
I got a homegirl, she's 6'7" without heels.
Yeah.
When she walk in the club with me, I'm taller than her. Perception.
Well, 2011.
Damn, we still ain't even got to 14 yet.
No, we're not at 14 yet. We're in
God
2011.
Damn.
This was when me and you, I think, met around this time.
We had beef before, huh?
Who? Me and you?
Me and you?
Yeah.
We did? Or no? I think it was like a...
You want to talk about it?
I think we had beef, no? I don't
we
remember.
We had some, we had a little something. We could talk about that. You want to talk about it? All right, let's talk about it. Okay, because this actually talks about our last issue. Okay, the last topic.
So he said, fuck it. Move this out the way.
Fuck it. Okay.
Bring this back in.
Well, this happened at the I Hit It First video shoot.
Wasn't Wack tripping?
Let's talk about it. So what had happened was I had met this director, and he said, hey, you want to come out to this video shoot I'm doing with Ray J, and Game was supposed to be there. But
Game didn't want to show up because Game was playing both sides.
Right.
See, he was playing both sides when he know I ran him to play at my birthday.
Right.
Because I like, if somebody told me that giving a fuck existed, I never believe them because I still haven't seen it to this day that I gave one.
So I had just moved to LA that year. I was invited to this video shoot.
You had the guns around you. You had people around you.
I had my man right here. Who you see? He was right there.
Right,
my man Biggie.
He had a
we
gun.
Came in there. We were strapped.
No doubt. You
just in case.
And I advise everybody to just leave your guns at home and do all your drugs in the bathroom.
So I'm there. Me and you already knew each other, so we was chilling. Oh, what's up? Whatever. And I remember saying, hey, do you mind if I take some photos? And you're like, yeah, go ahead. Now, I wasn't completely clear as to what I'm doing with those photos, but I thought it was somewhat assumed because, I had the website and so forth. I met Wack 100 that day as well.
Yep. Now, what year is this again?
2013.
13, you guys. This is 12 years ago.
Yes.
2015.
No, it's 2013.
Oh, yeah. So
2013.
So it's what, 14 years ago? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like no.
13.
12 years ago.
12, 13, yeah.
12 years ago. Right. So I met Wack 100. We talked, got to know each other a little bit. He said that he was working with you as well as working with Game and so
forth. Well, first off, I'm the first one that believed in Wack 100. Mm-hmm. I'm the first one that said Wack is coming into the industry and he about to take the industry by storm. Wack, this is what we about to do. Let's go. Yeah. So it's safe to say that what?
You're right.
Ray J
discovered Wack. There you have it.
I didn't say it. You said it.
I said it. I'll say it. So I was chilling for a while, took some photos, hung out with everyone, went home, uploaded the photos to VladTV, not knowing there was anything wrong with this because at video shoots, you take photos and you upload them if you're a media channel.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the concept of this video was like a secret, right? No one told me this.
Yeah. Well, it was Wack's full video. He paid for everything. It was his song. I did one.
I understand why these photos after the fact were a problem, but I'm telling you, my story has never changed. I did not know they were a problem. And then, I remember I sent them to the video director. He goes, okay, that's cool. Just tag me in the photos or mention me. I said, okay, cool. So then I get a phone call from Wack. And he is furious. He is screaming at me on the phone.
He's very mad.
Very mad.
Yeah, because he put all his money up on the song.
Right.
Wack told me to do I Hit It First. We did I Hit It First 7-8 months before that. It was perfect timing to drop it then. Mm-hmm. When Wack wanted to drop it, it was like a little bit in a crazy time to drop it.
Yeah.
But Wack wanted to drop it, And shit, he put all his money up and he put it on the set.
And I guess there was other investors involved and
he
some
had
other
all
people.
kind of shit going on. So I'm like, fuck it, homie, let's do that shit.
Right. So I guess the investors were upset that this was up and so forth. So Wack was upset. Now, this is Wack from 12 years ago. This is not...
This is before he understood patience, time. This is when he was
business relationships
on the other side.
And so forth.
This is in the beginning of me saying, Wack, I want you in control, but I'm going to need you to learn how to balance it because it's working on one way. But I need you to make sure you balance it with the professional side. So let's find a place for Cash Jones in.
Right. So he's screaming at me on the phone, and I'm like, listen, I'll take it down. It's not a problem. I'm not pushing back. But he's screaming at me. Now, the way the conversation went, me and him, slightly different, our recollection. He said some things that I took as threats. He claimed that it wasn't threats and so forth. But, whatever, it doesn't matter.
He's just expressing himself.
He's expressing himself.
I didn't see any threat.
Right. And at one point he goes, I'm like, listen, I apologize. I'll take it down. And he said, you got to apologize to Ray J. And then I realized that you were on the three-way call as well. Now, me and you had a conversation. You said you weren't on the call. But then me and Wack, when he was on VladTV, he said you were on the call.
If Wack said I was on the call, then I probably was.
Okay.
I probably just nodded off.
Okay. And this is where me and you, I felt kind of had a little bit of a problem because I'm like, you were on the call, but then when me and you talked privately, you said you weren't on the call. And I felt like a little like, we should just be honest with each other at this point.
Yeah, transparency is everything.
Yeah, at this point, there's nothing to hide.
And honestly, again, there's been so much stuff that's happened. If I was on the call, I was on the call. If I wasn't, I wasn't.
Yeah. And I remember what I said to Wack was where I had the problem with you at that moment was if one of my people started speaking crazy to you, I would step in and I would handle it. But he said, well, what you're not realizing, Vlad, is that you're not just talking to Ray J and Wack. I'm a Mob Piru general, and Ray J is, a Mob Piru, so he can't tell me to do certain things based on street politics. And I'm like, okay, I get it.
I don't know about Ray J being a Mob Piru. I think that...
That's what he described on camera.
No, and probably, again, it was probably in the heat of the moment. Yeah. Ray J's nothing but just a loving father, a businessman. I always try to approach everybody with respect and kindness. So I think that was where the Mob Piru stuff is where it got a little shaky.
Right.
But I think that we all know that, I'm nothing but a professional and things are being said in the heat of the moment.
From that point, I said to myself, I'm not fucking with Wack. If this is where an argument leads into threats and crazy screaming, I don't need to have any more conversations with him. And even got to the point where you want to do an interview with me, but I'm like, you still fucking with Wack? I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, exactly, right?
The whole thing happened. And then maybe about a year and a half ago, I was working on booking Game for an interview. And I expressed that if we're going to do it, Wack is not going to be part of this. And that was fine. We tried to book it. It fell apart. And I said, let me just give Wack a call.
Yeah.
And talk to him.
And just flush it out.
And we got on the phone. And I said, look, we could sit here and argue over what happened 10 years ago. But at the end of the day, you made millions since then. I've made millions since then. And that situation didn't affect anyone's money.
What about me? Did I make anything?
You made millions since then.
I don't know what I made.
Right, you made millions since then. But it was just me and him talking.
That's what I made connections.
Right, exactly.
I haven't made anything.
We laughed it off. He came in, did an interview. We talked about it on camera. And what we said, which we both agreed on, was that because of that situation, if we had just gotten over it back then and worked together over the course of those 10 years, we probably lost about $1 million each by the stance that we both took.
I agree.
Had we just worked it out in a reasonable period of time and worked together over the 10 years, there'd be at least $1 million in our pocket.
But I think that shows the growth and where Cash Jones and Wack 100 played a part because, again, Cash Jones and Wack 100 are two different people. And I think the Wack 100 overshadowed the Cash Jones. I think once he settled into this business, and he understood just what needs to be done as far as due diligence, patience, understanding. Sometimes it might go up, but then you also make the call to bring it back to make it reasonable and make it understandable. I think that's where it's always at, you know, just creating peace.
And you can't just sit there and threaten everybody, because at the end of the day, everyone who's really getting it, no one's really a punk.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
You got to understand. But
I may not physically want to get into it with you.
100's defense from back then, he didn't understand that at the time. So all he resorted to was violence in that capacity.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can tell you, you know, I felt bad for some of the homies that I work with today, and I promised them that that'll never happen again. Some of my friends didn't understand how to do it professionally, so they did it another way, and I want them to forgive me. I want them to give me another chance at doing business with them another way. Bringing Wack and the squad in, it was crazy at first, because I didn't give a fuck about burning bridges or nothing, because I felt like the industry was so tainted that they needed this kind of like understanding of, when you say you're gonna hit me back, or you say you're gonna do this deal and you're not doing this deal, that it's an extreme problem if you don't do that. Fast forward it to now, there's always a better way to approach everything.
Yeah, it's like conversations work better.
Absolutely.
Because certain people, at the point where you cross the line and say, oh, I'll have you killed, or I'm going to fuck you up, or whatever, those people just say, all right, well, we're not going to talk again.
Exactly.
I'm not going to try to one up you. I'm not going to say, well, I'm going to call my homies, I'm going to get my gun. Like, no, professional people don't function in that capacity.
And I think
they'll just stop talking to you.
And guess what? And that's where we all are right now. Shug's on the phone? Yep. All right. Should we bring Shug in?
You want to put him on speakerphone?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for using Global.
So we want to, I told you I texted him from jail.
Got your text message. Check this out. Why is he talking about death row shit? He went around.
Huh?
We should unmute it.
Why you talking about his shit?
That's it. That's all I'm talking about.
No, that's all he's talking about. They were asking.
Why you asking about questions about that with Vlad? You know what I'm talking about, nigga. You don't talk to nobody. You talk to motherfuckers. You want to talk to motherfuckers when you want to talk to them. Motherfucking line they draw in the sand. When motherfuckers get at motherfuckers when they feel they can, when they want to, and bullshit motherfuckers, and act like, you know, well, if you talk to Snoop motherfucker ass, nigga. Who ass up? Don't be talking about fucking same breath, you motherfucking with Snoop. Because Snoop said some fucked up shit about the homie, and shit coming out, and shit gonna be dealt with.
You want to put it on speakerphone?
I know y'all hear me talking. I ain't talking to my motherfucking self.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, the shit y'all be doing ain't homie shit, ain't family shit. It's selfish shit. Now, here it is. Pop ain't it this motherfucker. That's the little bro, that's the little homie, that's all the answer. Then y'all with Snoop and the rest of these niggas, nigga, fuck Snoop, nigga. And the minute the motherfucker run to him, he know what it is. Y'all can't, listen, there's nothing wrong with being on Snoop's side and gang banging on that side over there. Nothing wrong with none of that shit. The motherfucker can't play both sides. Both sides get motherfuckers mixed up. Every time motherfuckers turn around, motherfuckers shoot you motherfuckers love and love the shit up you little niggas. But y'all don't even fucking niggas when it's convenient. Then you say shit that won't nobody else say shit. If somebody else would say shit, the homies will want some answers. Because it's you, we ain't tripping. But you still say shit. Then when it comes to talking like real family, you bullshit a motherfucker. On top of that motherfucking shit, when it comes to some shit where a motherfucker like you feed your family, it's my responsibility to feed my family. You gonna say bitch ass, show whoever that faggot ass motherfucker is, fuck Shay Shay. Okay? And he tell you, you got my rights, my life rights, and even if I'm talking on anything or doing anything, like if I throw a bird in the sky and somebody pay me, I gotta pay you. And so yeah, I need to check on that too. When you know the truth. If it was something different and it was true what you said on, it's true. But you know you don't got my life rights. So I would never say present me having something on you to fuck with your motherfucking family like you did with me. And you know you did that shit. And I told motherfucking E motherfucking ass to tell you about it and tell me to holler at it, and everybody just go backwards and forwards. But he's your motherfucking ass. You wanted $8. The boy which it ain't shit. When I'm in prison, motherfucker loan you something, and you just say, oh, I'm not paying it back. Oh, it's hard now. So you gonna take from me and my kid, and that shit good. When I've been the nigga to turn it down like that. Everybody do real disrespectful shit. Be different, I do that disrespectful shit to you motherfuckers, which I don't. Every time y'all men end up in the hat with the homie, I be the first motherfucker like, no. And then you know, the minute I came home, I get all those good niggas. And those good niggas on my yacht. And tell them what it is with you. And what you mean to me. And if any problem with you, nigga, we gonna deal with it right out here. But at the same time, y'all don't get the full respect. And you up there doing the podcast, this weird ass motherfucker, who always got something to say negative about every motherfucking body that ain't true. And y'all still entertain these motherfuckers.
I'm on the phone with Suge all the time. And so sometimes the homie mad, sometimes he not. At the end of the day, people keep talking about whatever I said about the life rights. Suge signed all his life rights over to me. I signed them right back to the homie.
Okay, yeah, because I remember I interviewed Matt Barnes, who at one point thought that he had bought the life rights to Suge, but he tried
That's
to
what
do
he
something
thought
with it.
because he wasn't in the circle that we was in. So Matt Barnes probably got duped by somebody else. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Suge signed his life rights over to me because I signed them right back to him for something we was doing. That's it.
Got it.
Know what I'm saying?
And Suge just called from prison just now.
Yeah, I told you I was gonna text the homie, but at the end of the day, the homie always been A1. And at the end of the day, it's like when somebody that close to me tell me to do something, I'ma do it.
Yeah.
And then whenever niggas need whatever back, here it go. That's why niggas can trust me, because it's never no janky motives around me. Like, if it's family for life, period.
Shout out to Suge, man. Like I said,
Yes,
we got to
man.
talk for the first time recently. You know,
Yeah.
we've got some stuff possibly coming up.
No
It's really
doubt.
on me at this point. I'm supposed to send him some stuff. But yeah, man, it was interesting to talk to him. He's a legendary figure. No one can deny that, regardless of what you say.
Yeah, like he one of the most creative people that's ever lived.
I can see
Period.
that. Well, 2011, you were in this documentary with Floyd Mayweather where you were playing the piano. And Fabulous made some comments about you in a joking manner. And that escalated into some sort of physical incident. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know. It's the time when Floyd had a fight. I don't know who he was fighting.
Victor Ortiz.
Victor Ortiz. Shout out to Victor Ortiz too. That's the homie. And yeah, shit just got shaky. I mean, I don't know. Puffy was there. Suge was there. It was a lot.
Yeah. Allegedly, you confronted Fabulous and you punched him
Did you see the shit on Drink Champs
with...
when they spoke about what happened with the fight?
I missed it.
All right, you know why? Because Puff was doing the whole shit, I think, with Groovy Lou later, so it got mixed up
Okay.
with what they said. But you should, if you about to break this down, you should break down what they said. Him and Jadakiss, Fab, kind of explaining what happened, and then it double back to like whatever we talking about.
Well, yeah, I remember me and you were talking at the time. Well, no, it was... I was at SRC and Billy J was there.
Shout out to
and
Billy
you and
J.
Billy J were
That's my
working
fucking
together.
brother. Billy J he really brought me into the Tron.
Yeah.
He really gave me my name.
And I remember I'm like telling Billy, I'm like, yo, after I heard about the incident, I'm like, yo, have Ray talk to me because I'll try to, look out for him and try to present this a certain type of way where we could de-escalate it and make him look good and so forth. but you decided to go on Breakfast Club instead.
I don't know how I ended up on Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Billy J put me on the Breakfast Club. That's when the homie Low was alive. Rest in peace to my nigga Low, because he really held me down that night. I was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had quite a verbal tirade during that part.
That's when like shit like that was just starting to go viral.
Yeah, you talked about booty goons and
Never talked about booty goons.
No?
Angela Yee created booty goons.
Okay.
I said some shit that was way more activated than that.
Didn't you say that you could get them raped or something like that?
It was something like that.
Something like that.
It had nothing to, like, them two words, booty goons, that's Angela Yee.
Okay.
Shout out to
But
Angela.
that's the way it was coined afterwards.
Yeah, she cleaned it up.
Okay.
Yeah, she cleaned it up.
But that was some wild shit to say.
It wasn't okay. It wasn't okay,
It
bro.
wasn't okay. And you apologized for it afterwards.
I mean, I did, you know, and again, I was Ray J. That wasn't Tron. That wasn't 2025 Tron. That was Ray J. And so, of course, I did that.
You said that you were
Ray
going
J
through a
did
lot of depression during that time.
I don't know what the fuck I was going through. All I know is that the homie gave me too much, you know what I'm saying? Too much to handle. And so I had the red shorts on with the red slippers, no socks, with the red hoodie, with the red hat. I had that shit on for like 3 days, bro. I ended up at the concert 3 days later. That was my pool outfit I was wearing at the pool. I ended up with that shit 2 days later at the concert.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a time where I was very vulnerable and really nobody like was there to save me. Like everybody wanted me to crash. And that's when I realized that nobody was my friend.
I was trying to save you. Like what I'm saying, you could ask Billy J. I was saying, yo.
But Vlad, you should have grabbed me and tackled me, bro.
Well, see, I wasn't around you. I was around Billy.
You should have grabbed me and tackled me. If you cared me, if you cared about me, somebody should have grabbed me and tackled me and took me to the room, and it didn't matter how it looked.
Did you and Fabulous ever have a conversation after that? And
Never.
Okay.
I mean, I said what I said, meaning like, you know, I was tripping. But we never really sat down and talked about it. He had this other story about how it happened. And you know what? I'm going to give it to Fab. Whatever story he said on the Breakfast Club, he could have that story because I was wrong.
Yeah.
So have it. But it wasn't accurate.
Listen, man, we've all done wrong. We've all...
Yeah, but his story was way inaccurate, but I was wrong, so I'm going to take that.
Vince Staples said you're top 5 hip-hop West Coast all time.
Man, he was trolling.
Say the first blood on record that was certified.
Yo,
you say you like Kanye West music, don't you? You like Moesha, don't you? You like VH1, don't you? Ray J had a hand on all of that.
Nah, he
in
was
his current of black culture.
He was spitting some facts, but Vince was trolling too. it had a mixture of both of them in there. I love that nigga though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2016, you got married to Princess Love.
Damn, 16, 17, 18, 19,
9 years.
Fuck. I've been in this game for a long time. And I love her. I love Princess.
Shout out to Princess Love.
Yeah, I love her. I love her more than I never love another woman like I love her.
You know, being in this industry, a lot of men don't want to get married because there's so many women around and there's so many options and so forth. Why did you decide to actually get married? You were 35 at the time.
She was the same person as me. When God speak to me, I don't argue. When God say something to me, I don't argue. And I went for it. And now we got 2 beautiful kids. Mm-hmm. And we're friends. And whether we go up or whether we go down, our time together has been unmatched. Like, I wouldn't take it back for nothing. I had the greatest time with her, just building this family. So moving forward, just now that I'm back just on my own, I'll never love again. You know,
You'll never love again.
There's no point to. I made a
really?
vow. Absolutely.
Man, you're young. Good shape. Successful.
6-pack coming back.
6-pack coming back.
That's not for the ladies.
It's a keg right now, but the 6-pack is coming.
It's a 2.5.
It's a 2.5?
Maybe 3. Maybe 4 is on the way, but
okay.
I never love again, man. I made a vow to her, so even if it's not there no more as far as divorce or whatever, like, my word is everything.
Well, You know, when we talked about the whole Fabulous incident, that was at Floyd Mayweather's house. And you and Floyd had a good relationship. That was Floyd's ex.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
No.
So why was this story pushed like that?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I mean, they was in whatever they was in,
Okay. But it wasn't a serious relationship.
but it wasn't as serious as I wanted it to be.
Okay.
My serious looked totally different. This what serious looked like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You guys got married in 2016. In 2020, she filed for divorce the first time. And over the years, you guys both filed. And I believe in 2024, she filed for the fourth time. Is that accurate?
Did she filed the last time?
Yeah.
That's her?
Yeah, that's when we were at the Tarzana house, and
I
you
found
were
out
sitting
about it.
outside smoking, and then
Nah, she sent it to no. She sent the divorce papers to the Tarzana house.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Me and you were sitting out in front,
Yeah.
and the server came
That
and
shit
said,
hit me like a freight
"Willie
train.
Norwood?"
Yeah.
And you said, "Is there a celebration?" She handed you the.
He said, yeah, there is a celebration.
Divorce papers.
Hold for sound. I don't.
Well, let me ask you a question. You guys file for divorce, and then you guys work it out. Then you file for divorce, and you guys work it out. File for divorce, work it out. What keeps you guys coming back, and then what causes you guys to file again?
I think that we love each other as friends, and I think we lack extreme transparency. And, you know, because we care about each other's emotions. But I think we're the same person. And I think sometimes you got to restart it completely to understand if you do want to start over. Starting over means to totally deactivate what is. Because if you don't deactivate what is, you never really started over. Like if I say I'm going to take everything off my Instagram, I got it in my archives. When the archives is done, all those memories are over with. And you start over. If we always got archives and we keep coming back and putting all the archives back up on the map, we'll never be able to like wipe the slate clean. And so I think wiping the slate clean like we're doing now is important for us as parents and friends, and telling ourselves that, hey, that was a good run and I'll never take it back. And for me, I don't know what she wants to do, but I'll never love no other woman again.
Well, I remember there was an incident that happened in Vegas, and I recently watched the talk that you guys had. I think it was on Zeus Network, where you guys
That's
talked
when
about
that's when Zeus started to get popping.
Yeah.
There was no Zeus before that conversation.
Yeah, it was a hell of a interview. It was like 3
Just
hours
saying,
long.
There
or
was
something.
there was no Zeus Network
And that launched it.
before the conversation.
Ah.
There was a 4-year Zeus Network, but the Zeus Network activated when we gave him the conversation.
It was difficult to watch because it triggered a lot of stuff in my own relationships and so forth. It was like, you know, both people trying to be heard, but both people trying to control the conversation at the same time.
Yeah, it was tough.
It was tough.
It's tough to watch, man.
Yeah. You know, she kept going back to the strippers, going back to your room, and you kept trying to explain what happened leading up to it and so forth.
Strippers are strippers, you know?
Yeah.
Why you laugh?
No comment.
I love strippers,
Everyone loves strippers.
and I support strippers.
That's right.
I support strippers in whatever they want to do. And that's always going to be my campaign. I'm going to always support strippers.
Shout out to the strippers.
I mean, that's all I know.
February 10th, 2025, today, you guys are still living together. Is the divorce actually going to happen from your point of view?
Well, think about it like this. So we got the house, and in the house is a lot of toys. Upstairs, there's a guest bedroom, and then there's the kids' rooms, and then you go to that side, and then there's Princess's room. She got her room, she got the bedroom, she got the closets, she got all that. Downstairs, you come down, and it's like a little office. That's where all the dogs are. We got the rabbits. We got 2 rabbits. We got two cats. We got 3 dogs. We got 1 gerbil. We got 2 bunnies, and we got 3 chickens, right? So that's all on my floor, right? So it's just like, it's shit. It's all kind of shit going on the first floor, right? A magnitude of stuff. And when I order Chick-fil-A, or when I order, Popeye's chicken, which we love, with the hot sauce and the honey on it, right? I got 3 chickens outside running around as pets. So I'm eating a leg, I'm like, I don't like chicken no more. They my pets, right? I got 2 cats too. So in that situation, 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna get my own spot too. And then we'll be able to balance the world that we in, but I sleep on the couch. So we really don't live together. It's just a rest stop for me until I move on, until I get exactly what, she's getting as far as having her own space and her own world. I don't have that yet. I'm a nomad.
Well, ultimately, when I look at situations like this, when I speak to people that have gone through that, it's a tough process to go through, but when it's all said and done, both parties are happier.
I think so.
That's what I think will happen with you guys.
My kids love for me to be there.
Yeah.
But they don't mind me having another spot that has different amenities, that has different things for them to explore, and then they can go from mom's house to dad's house. Yeah. And I want to give Princess her space. I know she hates me being there. She's over it. And she can't wait for me to move out.
Do you guys have a prenup?
Do we? We have a prenup.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter. It's just, I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Okay.
Cause I love her and I love my kids. Whatever I'm driving, she's driving. Meaning like, whatever car she has, I have either the same car or less. And then with this new bag that's coming in, which is completely would change my life, I'm gonna make sure she's good and make sure the kids are good before me. I'm the kind of person where if everybody got a room in the hotel, I'll sleep in the car.
2017, you founded Raytronics and Raycon Global.
Well, in 2017, we created Raycon Global, and I think 15 we created.
15.
That's Raytronics. So Raytronics, we sold the Scooty Bike company to a company called Loop Share in Canada. Stock ticker LPPPPF, in case you want to like invest now. It's a Canadian stock. But it is on, all the stock exchanges. But that's Scooty Bike, sold Scooty Bike. Then we got into Raycon Global in 2017. And that's a Delaware, New York-based company with my other co-founder, Ray Lee, and Mr. Lee and family.
Well, you reportedly sold Raycon for $31 million?
No. So 31 million is the number that we got for Raycon to start. Scooty Bike and Raytronics is a different company that I sold to Loop Share in Canada. So these are 2 different companies.
Okay. So can you say...
Raycon and Raytronics is 2 different things.
Okay, got it. So I'm confusing it.
Yeah.
So...
And that's how a lot of things get mixed up with me because it's so tangled in with Ray.
Okay, the scooter company is what originally?
Raytronics.
Raytronics.
The Scooty Bike powered by Raytronics.
Okay, so the Scooty Bike, you sold that part of the
Loop
company.
Share. I sold Scooty Bike in total, 100%.
How much? Can you say?
To Loop Share. I don't want to say.
Okay.
I never talk about money, but
Fair
it was healthy.
Okay.
Then I ended up buying it back recently.
Really?
Yeah, the trademark, the name, the likeness, everything.
Huh.
To start it over again, to sell it again soon. And by the end of the year, it'll sell again.
Well, at one point, a man sued you for $30 million, claiming that you stole the Scooty bike idea from him. You know what I'm talking about, right? What happened with that lawsuit?
We ended up settling. I ended up giving him a lot of money, and then we ended up working it out.
Okay, can you say how much you gave him?
It was too much.
Too much?
Too much to say.
Every settlement is like that, trust me.
That's a lot.
I've had to settle with people, and it's always been too much as well.
It's just over the top. And again, if you look at Ray J, the character, you would never even think Ray J was going through anything in this kind of business world, right? Because Ray J is a very loose character. This is all either Tron or Willie Norwood, but we've been through a lot of stuff like that. This was probably one of the biggest ones that we had to pay out.
Well, in 2019, you were on Complex, I think, with Speedy Norman, and you had these unbreakable glasses.
So those, yeah.
And you said they're unbreakable. Go ahead and try to break them. And he's like, are you sure? You're like, yeah, go ahead.
Dude, he broke them.
He completely smashed them.
Which helped.
It helped?
It helped. I mean, that company went, it's a company called Bunny Eyes.
Okay.
Jenny Hutt is the owner of that company. I just came in and helped from the marketing side. Charles Koppelman is her dad, and he's a boss. Rest in peace, he passed away. But he used to run EMI. He was a billionaire. And he was helping his daughter start the company. I did some of the marketing. They ended up going on Shark Tank, and now it's like a massive company. So the company's called bunnyeyes.com with a Z.
Did you know that those glasses were going to fall apart? He
broke them from like a place where you could break them.
Okay.
The glasses are very loose and very bendable.
Yeah.
You could go fishing, reel the shit back in. Like, so it was a different kind of product, but Speedy just really just like did me in. Right? It was one of the big.
But you told him to do it.
I did. And then what did I say after? I said, I don't care. I don't care.
I mean, that probably gave it more push than it not breaking.
One of the biggest pushes we ever had for a company. And so when you look at some of the things that go wrong in our campaigns, we started to get confused because we started to go, okay, shouldn't things go wrong? Like, something should go wrong because that helps us. If we almost jump off the deep end, doesn't that help the company? Because if we look at the math of every time we fucked up, it worked. Even with verses, I sounded horrible. Couldn't sing. I mean, I over-rehearsed. But we created a reality version of it and created this chaos that happened on stage, which ended up being the highest rated verses they had. 7 million impressions, 7 million likes, 7 million comments, 7 million views over everything on Versus. But that's not what gets the props. When you see Versus promo, it's not us because that was out of control. It's Brandy and Monica, Jeezy and Gucci, right? These monumental moments. They still don't match our numbers. So for us, I started to get confused. Okay, should I go out and fuck up or should I go out and do good? What works better? You look at the math, fucking up works.
That's interesting. So when you actually plan out strategies, one of the options is to fuck up.
I think that is the only option if you're hiring us, because I've always asked people, so you saw what we did on our last 3 different projects, and it was pretty crazy. What do you want us to do? They go, do what you want. just don't do don't do too much. But do what you want, right? And so at that point, I was like, okay, I need to retire the J.
Okay.
Because we have to say, okay, we know we can fuck up and it works, but we have to sacrifice that for substance and for the right message moving forward, because we know we can do that. How do we train ourselves to say, fuck that kind of money, and start to train ourselves to give them the journey that got us here, the do's and don'ts, and the positive things that will help you along the way so you don't go through the same things we went through. That's the most important thing for me right now. My morals, my integrity is talking to me, and it's bleeding through my blood, and It's saying, fuck all this crazy shit that I know I'm skilled at doing. Like, I'm done, bro. And fuck the money that comes with it.
At one point, you visited Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago.
Several times.
Several times.
At least 8 times.
8 times.
At least. All access.
What is it about Donald Trump that you know that most people don't realize?
I really never get into politics because it's kind of like a personal thing for everybody in politics. You know, what's right for you and your family and where you are today. I can say this. There's always an underdog. And there's always somebody that is doubting what people can do for everybody. And they get overshadowed by the controversy. I can say this, if you're an American, Americans are gonna be good. No matter what race you are. It overshadows it. So everybody wins at the end of the day. How we got here to this point, it's like a boxing fight, man. People are gonna say what they're gonna say. They're gonna do what they're gonna do to promote the fight, to promote the plan. Once it's done, if you look at what's happened in America when Trump was in, I mean, it goes without saying. Just do the facts.
Well, look, my stock portfolio went crazy after he was elected, especially my Tesla stock. My God.
And
I'm looking at the profit, I mean, on paper, and I'm like, this can't be real. This can't be, like, I'm refreshing, like, maybe there's a glitch right here. No, this is real.
It's massive, and I think it's good for Americans. Even if people don't understand it right now, they will in the next year and a half when things start to get better.
Now, you introduced Kodak Black to Donald Trump.
Single-handedly. I'll send you some of the video of it. It's pretty loud.
Now, at one point, Kodak called you out over claims that you embarrassed him or embarrassed yourself, or I didn't quite understand it.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Mm-hmm.
And you responded.
What did I say?
Well, you responded, said that the two of you could fight if you wanted to actually settle it, which I assume never happened.
I mean, I handled it very irresponsibly. It wasn't the right way to handle that. I was talking about stress and concerns about a video that he had up that really didn't have nothing to do with me. It was totally none of my business, and I spoke on it. He responded with some crazy shit, and I responded, just as anybody would. But at the end of the day, certain things people do online, you got to let them do and trust their process. And I didn't do that at the time.
Well, yeah, this was after Trump had pardoned Kodak Black.
Absolutely.
So this was a big deal. This is the first time they met since the pardon.
Yeah, that's why I said he should come over, because we were there. Right. And I was there a lot of times. And shout out to Pastor Scott and shout out to Kareem and all my team that got me close to Trump. It just was like, yo, Kodak, pull up.
Okay. And what happened after he pulled up?
They said, what's up? They locked in.
So what was the issue exactly?
The issue had something to do with a video that he did a long time after that.
Oh.
Had nothing to do with that.
Okay, got it.
This was straight up. And I also hit Wayne that night and said, Wayne, pull up.
He didn't
because
pull up?
I had the authority to call people and tell them to pull up. With Kodak pulled up with 8 people. None of them did background checks. That was all on the strength of Pastor Scott, Kareem, and the connections I had with Trump and me. And it was a good night. And again, later on, we got into it. I'm an old man. Why am I beefing with Kodak? If he got mad at me, I should have just, just called him and worked it out. Yeah. And I didn't. The old Ray J came back again. I dye my hair sometimes, so there's no grace. So I forget who I am. I forget that I'm like 15 years older than people. Yeah. And so I relapsed. But shout out to Kodak and shout out to everything he's doing. I mean, I was talking about him getting high. I probably get higher than Kodak. So who am I to say, like, we care for you and whack, please look out for the homie. All of these things I was saying because I was concerned. I should be concerned about me before him. So yeah, Kodak, it's all love, bro.
Well, you made some comments about Diddy. You said Diddy was my friend. What do you do when you've never seen all the shit that people are talking about?
I didn't say Diddy was my friend. I said Diddy was my friend, not was. Not was.
I believe you said was.
Is. No, I said not was. Even in the video, I said not was.
Is.
I was arguing with myself.
Okay, got it. Okay, so let me correct
Yeah.
it. Diddy is my friend.
No, I said Diddy was my friend.
Was my
then
friend.
I went, not was, and I stopped. And I started to think about what I said. It was like a mind challenge. Show the clip.
Okay, we'll
Cool.
show it.
And then we're back.
All right. So you said, what do you do when you've never seen all the shit that people are talking about?
What do you
believe
do?
it? I'm sorry?
Who was the first person to speak up for Diddy?
Was it you?
I'm asking.
Well,
Who
from
was
the
the
very
first person
beginning,
to
listen,
speak
I've been
up for
on
Diddy?
Piers Morgan and I've been asked this question over and over again. And what I've said the whole time has been consistent. And that is, I'm not exactly sure what he's being charged with.
I was the first person to speak up for Diddy.
Okay. And you said, look, everyone's innocent until they're proven guilty. Do you forgive someone for taking somebody's ass? There's a lot of people out here taking from people. People are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality, they're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Mm-hmm. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Okay, you know this.
Yeah. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Yep, I know it line for line. I said it.
Now, you've also said that Diddy has a demon inside him for
We all
beating
do.
Cassie.
We all do. We all do. We do. None of us are okay with what we saw with the Cassie situation.
No,
but that's
absolutely
not
not.
what he's being charged for.
No, that's past
So
statute of limitations.
we're all upset with that.
Yeah.
And you know, we're all finding ways to forgive that, right? As is Cassie, and her situation and her well-being matters more than anybody. So none of us should try to use this as some kind of bait. So we love you, Cassie, and we're off of it, right? It wasn't okay.
Right. I agree.
Let's leave it there. Now, everything else, I don't know.
Your relationship with Diddy. We've all been at Diddy parties. But then there is the after party, the freak-offs. Have you ever attended any of those?
Absolutely.
You have?
Oh, man.
Okay.
Everybody was naked.
Okay.
100 people.
100 people.
Everybody's fucking each other.
Right.
Like,
With the baby oil just free-flowing like a waterfall.
Bro, I'm joking. Vlad said. Really? Okay.
That's when he came up with Ray White jelly because he had been so many of the freak.
Like,
Well,
yeah,
you know, I mean,
I
but
don't
that,
know.
you know, but the positive Diddy being locked up is that KY jelly is now back on the shelves, and baby oil. You can walk into a Rite Aid and get it now.
KY didn't want me to put out Ray Y.
Yeah, I know you
But
heard
I'm
about
just
this.
like, I'm
Ray
not.
Y jelly.
Yeah, I'm not doing it because, again, all that shit is bullshit, bro. Like, I like even me and Amber was talking about. Amber, like my best friend, Amber Rose. And we doing a podcast together. We doing a bunch of shit together, right? We relate to the same thing. And we both was like, yo, if there was an actual freak off, we would have both been invited. We ain't never got invited to no shit like that. That shit ain't true.
Well,
that freak off shit ain't true, bro.
Well, okay.
Nah, the freak offs ain't true.
Hold on a second.
Everybody freak offs after the party.
Okay, look.
Leo and Jennifer Lopez and Dave Chappelle and motherfucker, everybody ain't in there fucking together, bro. That shit is all a hoax.
No, listen. I'm not saying all that is true, but for example, I interviewed Roger Bonds, who
I don't know who Roger Bonds
Diddy's head of security for a while.
I don't know who that is.
And, you know, he said that, you know, on regular occasions, they would go to hotel rooms. Diddy and Cassie would basically give him the weekend off.
But that's on them. They
Right.
going through a private. That's not
Exactly.
a freak off.
And he said, you know,
that's
he said
two people freaking off with somebody else.
right. And you know, he said that
And I
male
do know
prostitutes,
Roger.
male prostitutes would come up, and,
So
and
what?
that's their business.
Man,
That's their business.
So they want to get male. Okay, that ain't no freak off where everybody's together and these white parties freaking off.
I agree.
That's false narrative.
I agree.
Everybody's gonna have private, intimate situations with a lot of different people.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen a lot of freaks come out at night, but I've seen more freaks come out in the daytime than at night. Am I
Okay.
right? I done seen more freaks come out from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. than I done seen come out from. Well, no, No, yeah, I done seen more freaks come out from like 12 a.m. to like 7 a.m. I'm tripping. I'm sorry. As I analyze what I'm saying, yeah. Later on that night.
Yeah.
But it don't matter. A lot of this shit is starting to become weird. I was the first one to say it. Niggas want to get the props for defending Puffy first? Fine. I was the first one to defend Puff. I'm not defending what he did to Cassie, because that ain't okay. But that's not what he getting charged for.
No, he's charged with a RICO by himself.
And that's not okay.
He's a one-man RICO.
I ain't never heard nothing
Boosie
like
calls
that.
it a FRICO.
Yeah, and that's crazy, Boosie.
Yeah.
Me and Boosie got an album coming out.
Really?
Yeah, first single was called
shit, okay.
Peanut on the Way. The second one's called Lean in My Interviews.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, there is nothing illegal about having threesomes. There's nothing illegal
Foursomes,
about
fivesomes.
foursomes,
How many sums have you had? Have you had an eightsome?
I've had a foursome.
That's it?
Yeah.
Vlad, you had a fivesome.
I've never had a fivesome.
Sixsome?
Foursome.
Sevensome.
3 girls. 1.
You had a sixsome or a sevensome?
None of the
No
above.
comment? Sixsome, sevensome, fivesome, foursome, a onesome? Nobody know it's you. Just throw up the number. Can't nobody hear you.
I've had foursomes with 3 girls and me.
Okay. Have you ever had a foursome with another guy fucking another girl? So it's been you and the girls only.
I've had 1 threesome with me and another guy and a girl where we were on either end.
Of each hole?
No.
So there's 3 holes.
There's the mouth.
Not including the ears.
Right.
The nose.
Yes.
Now you're talking 4 more.
I'd be getting head and he'd be hitting it from the back and we would switch.
How was that?
Didn't really like it.
Didn't really like
Not
it.
really my thing. I actually,
What about-
in my
what-
head, I actually wanted him not to be there.
So what about both holes?
No, I've never done that.
You never done that?
Haven't done that.
Have you been offered?
No.
Got it.
I'm being honest right now.
What do you think about that?
To each his own.
Yeah. I've never done it either. I've been offered a few
I have
times.
male porn star friends that have
I've
done
been offered
all
money
that.
to do that.
Oh,
but
money?
I don't want to go ball to ball.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, you can't go balls to balls.
No.
That's 4 balls.
That's too many balls.
It's too many balls knocking up.
Right.
Right? You're like this.
Yeah, no, not my thing. Not
right?
my thing.
Now.
Shout out to Adam22 who seems to enjoy it. You know,
Danny Boy.
Danny Boy, yeah, right.
The Gagency.
The Gagency.
You got The Rod, who's the CEO. You got Dumpin' D. all those guys
these
probably
names,
like that.
okay.
I mean, Maverick. You never
Dumpin'
know.
D.
Yep. Shout out to Dumpin' D.
Okay.
Shout out to The Rod
Listen,
too.
it's not my thing. And if you,
Well, it is your thing, but it's not your thing to do. But
Right.
it's your thing.
yeah, it's my thing.
Yeah, but it's not your thing to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
Pause.
if Diddy wants to masturbate while somebody's smashing his girl, there's nothing illegal about that, right? Totally legal. If you want to be a
know.
cuckold, be a cuckold.
I plead the fifth.
Plead
on
the
that
fifth.
one. Yeah, I don't know about those, but yeah.
But that's what they're saying he's being accused of, but that's not illegal.
So Diddy should get bond.
I agree. I've been saying that.
Absolutely. He's not going.
In fact, I feel out of everyone in hip hop who's being charged with serious crimes like Lil Durk and YNW Melly and so forth, I feel that Diddy has the best chances of actually beating his case.
Well, because it's in the press. Like, you hear the Dirk situation, and Dirk, I love Dirk. I've been knowing Dirk for a long time. But nobody talks about that. It's almost like it's in the can. It's nothing to talk about. It's almost like...
But there hasn't been any new news around it. I mean, a lot of people talked about it in the beginning.
But still, it's almost like it's different from somebody who almost has more hope than the next person.
Yeah. But there's also not a million lawsuits around the Dirk situation the way there is with Diddy. It's like every 5 minutes.
But do
there's a
you
whole
think
new
Dirk
lawsuit.
has a chance?
Yeah, I think Dirk does have a chance.
Scale of 1 to 10?
It's a tough question to answer because it's going to depend on who cooperates.
So I'm a good journalist.
Okay.
Scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10? Give it about a... With Drew Finling representing him, who's my man, who I've interviewed, one of the top, defense lawyers in the country, I would give him about a 3. I'd give him about a 3.
Oh.
Just because the feds are the feds. They have a 98% conviction rate.
3?
A 3. Yeah.
That's the rate she gave me last night when I was in it. So anyway, so let's get back to it. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dirk.
What would you give him? If I gave him a 3,
I
what'd you
don't
give him?
know, man. I don't know, but I give him my prayers.
Yeah.
You know, prayers go up to Dirk.
Listen, I went into that case very carefully, and Dirk's biggest problem is going to be the cooperators. Yeah. You take the cooperators out, and it might be
I don't
a
really
5
see.
or a 6.
Honestly, like this is my first time I ever talk street business on camera. Like VladTV is a platform that talks street business, jail time, criminals, killing, like all this kind of stuff.
Also talks about music and relationships.
It also talks about that kind of stuff here and there, but
so forth.
But snitching and all this extra stuff comes with VladTV. So,
Agreed.
It's a different kind of platform, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, listen. I know Quando Rondo. Me and him are cool. I did one of his last interviews before he
Shout out
got
to
locked
Quando
up.
Rondo.
So this hit me a little bit closer than most people
doubt.
because I remember how he talked about how his cousin Lil Pop got killed right in front of him and what he went through and so forth. So
I'm not familiar with all of that.
Oh, I am.
But I'd rather keep this out of it, the edit, because I just don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know about these guys like that, and I love them. They're younger than me.
Yeah.
21,
but I mean,
22,
at the end of the
45.
day, when it comes to Diddy, I think Diddy's actually going to go to trial. I don't think he's going to take a plea deal because they're probably not going to offer him anything decent at his age. And it's going to be a hell of a trial. I think this is going to be the trial of the century. That's what I think. Once this goes to court, the trial of the century.
Well, the reality check will be there. We'll be reporting it. We'll have our news cameras out. We have a new big news network coming with the reality check. We have a massive budget coming behind it. We have Amber Rose as our counterpart to this kind of news extravaganza. So we'll be there. We'll be there with you. We'll have our trucks right there by your truck.
Now, if you're defending Diddy, what happened with his sons at this one party you were at?
I don't know. That's the problem. They wasn't listening to what I was saying.
Okay.
They were getting caught up in actually the hype of what it was doing, thinking that I was actually trying to troll for hype and for clout. I don't have to do that. I never have to do that. I'm a magician at creating whatever I need to create, whether it's on TV shows or whether it's in the press. And I've tested that and I've thrown it out there and it worked every time. For me, I wanted to state the facts, and the way I explain things just get a little out of control. It's just the way I explain stuff. But now you see today, I've been very on the surface. I've been media training myself to understand not to say certain outlandish things that might coincide with something else, but be very dirty, sexual, and out of bounds that mixed in with it. You know what I'm saying? Like asses are being taken, or butt cheeks, or anything that has to do with like the anal area. Like it wasn't okay. It wasn't okay to talk. It just wasn't okay to talk about. To explain it in a very anal approach was not okay. Pause. Yep.
Now, you and Nicki Minaj got on live.
I love her more than anything. I love Nicki Minaj more than anything in the world. Yeah, I just want to state that right now.
You claim to be a barb.
I am a barb.
In that IG live, you're a barb.
I am a barb.
Okay.
And I'm only a barb for Nicki. I'm not a barb with the rest of the barbs. The barbs hate me. And as much as I love the barbs, they don't love me.
Oh, the barbs hate me, so.
But I love Nicki, and I'm a barb for Nicki. So last time Nicki went live, I went, I love you. She pinned it.
Well, in that conversation with Nicki, and I rewatched it this morning.
It's like 4 of them.
Okay, I watched one of them.
Did you watch the one where she was laughing with me?
I watched the one where you seemed somewhat submissive with her.
Yeah, because I'm going to submit to Nicki because that's what she wanted me to do.
Oh, is that what it was?
I think so.
Okay. It seemed a bit out of character for you.
And you know how many calls I got from that? I got calls from Jill. I got calls from Suge. I got calls from some of my other street homies. I got calls from some of my OGs saying, what the fuck, bro? Why you submit like that? Why you let her talk to you like that? But when it's Nicki and you dedicated to like everything that she doing, then you'll allow to submit. 'Cause I submit to you, Nicki.
Yeah.
That's the superpowers of Nicki. She was about to make you sneeze because she was gonna say bless you too. You don't play with Nicki like that. She gave me a new name, bro. She renamed me. She named me Raja.
What is that?
That's the name Nicki want me to be.
Raja?
Raja.
Raja Barb?
Nah, just Raja.
Or Raja Minaj?
I don't know if Minaj was incorporated with it, but I just know that she named me Raja. That's my name whenever she calls me it, and I'm here for her whenever she needs me. I got 100 things ready for her when she needs me. She's my everything.
Okay. Shout out to Nicki.
Yeah, shout out to Nicki.
I interviewed her once, way back in the day. And that'll probably be my last interview for my life.
Okay.
But
it's
hey,
okay.
I'm glad
I
to
don't
have
think
it.
so. And shout out to the family. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm just a super fan, just like everybody else. This has nothing to do personal. This has nothing to do with her real life where she's married and has kids. I'm just an extreme fan that sees myself with Nicki. So take that outside of the personal world. This is only in the fan world of Barb's.
Well, look, I
Just
mean,
like everybody sees themselves with Nicki if you love Nicki.
yeah, look, Nicki Minaj, regardless of what you say about her as a person, it'd be pretty hard to argue her not being the greatest female rapper of all time.
I don't even know what people would say about her personally. Like, everything's perfect about Nicki.
Well, agree to disagree.
I can't.
And I'm not going to get into it.
And what's crazy is that
I've
little,
publicly
like, you
said
gotta
things
understand,
before.
Little Kim's like this with me.
Okay.
I used to live with Lil' Kim.
Used to live with Lil' Kim.
I used to live with Little Kim in Alpine. She let me stay with her. I didn't have nowhere
okay.
else to go. I didn't want to pay hotel rooms. So she let me live with her, right? And so I kind of started the whole Little Kim, Nicki Minaj beef when I spoke out of turn at a Lil' Kim concert.
Wait, you started the Nicki Minaj, Lil' Kim beef.
I spoke out of turn because I
What'd you
was.
say?
I said some shit. You could pull it up. It wasn't. It wasn't cool.
Okay.
It created friction with them, and they shouldn't have. And so I take full responsibility for that. But after that, just kind of like studying Nicki and understanding the skills that she had, and the connection I was starting to have with her as a fan, it started to take over my body, my mind.
Okay.
And I just started to study. And I said, whenever I get a chance to talk to Nicki about it, I'll let her know that I acknowledge the things I did. I want her and Little Kim to be straight. I think that it's on the right path. I don't know where they are now, but I know that what I did, I'm very apologetic for it. And now as a fan of Nicki, I just want to move on into our new wave. We're going to do an album together. She's going to produce it. It's a Caribbean album. It's just self-titled. It's called Raja. And so we're working on that right now.
You and Nicki are working on an album.
Called Raja. She's executive producing it.
And you're the vocalist.
I'm Raja.
You're Raja.
Yeah, she gave me the name.
Okay.
She told me that.
Is she going to rap or sing on it?
I mean,
Who knows?
She's the EP.
Okay.
I
So
can't
she
tell
can
her what
choose to
she
do
gonna
whatever
do.
she
She gonna
wants.
tell me what to do.
Okay. All
You
right.
know? But it's a big budget.
I bet.
It's a big budget.
Nicki Minaj behind it. All right.
I don't know if it's gonna be, Def Jam, Warner, Koch, SRC. I don't know. I'm talking about. I'm
Is
talking.
SRC still around?
Or Koch. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm naming labels that don't even exist
I
anymore.
know, right? I was going to say, I don't think SRC.
That's how imaginary I am. That's how delusional I am about this.
Okay.
But I believe.
You're believing it. Has she actually agreed to executive produce this, or is this still in your head right now?
It ain't about that. Like Nicki, hold on. Nicki gave me, hold on. She named me.
Okay.
Everything after that is all solid.
Okay.
She's my EP. She's my boss.
Got it.
You
All
know?
right.
Shout out to Nicki Minaj.
Shout out to Nicki Minaj.
And the whole family too. Like, again, this is straight from an artist's point of view. It has nothing. This is a 100,000,000% platonic, like, thought and relationship with this.
Well, at one point, Princess posted some text message between you and Sukihana. And some interesting back and forth happened. Any comment about that? No?
Not really. I love Suki, and of course, I'll never love anybody like I love Princess.
Well, if you and Princess are on the verge of divorce, sleeping in separate bedrooms.
Well, no, I don't have a bedroom. I sleep on the couch.
Okay, sleeping on the couch.
It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 9 block couch, so I can do 3, 3, 3. I could do 3, 3, 3. I can mix it around.
You guys are on the verge of divorce. Everyone's on the same page. Why does she care that you're sleeping with anybody, much less Sukihana?
That's some of the stuff I be trying to understand too.
Do you feel that, look, I've always done my best to try to keep my relationships private. I've always said that if you're with me, no Instagram photos, no tweets, no nothing. It's just me and you together, and that's that. I'm not here to play this out for the public.
Mm-hmm.
And every woman I've ever been with has understood this.
Got it.
You have always, not always, but certain relationships you have made public, right? You've had very public relationships.
Most of the girls that deal with me are going to become public because I'm just a public person.
Well, but you could choose to keep it private.
For a little while.
Forever if you want.
No, I don't think so.
It's not possible?
I have a couple forevers, but...
At this point in your life, does it bother you when suddenly personal stuff is blasted all over the internet and it causes back and forths? Because at one point, didn't you and Suki's boyfriend go back and forth, and he was wearing a Tronics chain and stuff like that?
He found a chain, I guess, in Suki's drawer, and he started to wear it.
You were also wearing Suki's chain at one point?
I was. That's when I was with her. I just put it on.
Right. Then she posted the picture, the video of you and Princess when she fell in the, in the pool, and it
wasn't cool.
Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately, this isn't a storyline for a show.
This is real life.
Yeah. So unfortunately, there's no profit from this for me. But I love Suki. Princess is my baby mama. We have 2 beautiful kids. She's on a throne that can't nobody sit on. Right? And Suki's my friend. Like, she's her own boss. And, there was a lot of, coochie juice mentioned on the top lip. And just a lot of dirty activity, right? And, again, that's just expressing myself in a very graphic way. But at the end of the day, we troll and we have a good time. Suki's her own thing. Princess is her own thing. I'm unfortunately by myself. I'm not with Suki. I'm not with Princess. I'm with nobody. Neither one of them wants me. Neither one of them feels like I'm capable to meet the standards that they both require. And so I'm all alone. And so this is just what it looks like with me out on the streets by myself with a little bit of money, just trying to survive.
Shout out to Suki, man.
Shout out to Suki.
And shout out to
Suki's boyfriend, too, that found her chain in the drawer, put it on, wearing it, having I got a Ray J chain on, but he never took it from me. But I said, fine.
Right, he didn't rob you for the chain.
I told him, I said, you got to take it from me, man, in order for it to be okay, but to each his own.
Listen, shout out to Suki as someone who has done a lot of very wild stuff, from, I've seen videos where she was choking on a guy to, I think was the Italy Choppa video where she was wearing a dog leash, I believe.
I think she was farting in guys' mouths.
Yeah, there's all types of real
she has
crazy
great moments.
stuff.
I think she's a superstar.
And now becoming, to take all that and, you and I grew up in an age where if you do porn, that's pretty much all you're going to do. You don't go beyond that. You do porn, you live in your porn world, you get booked by porn companies, you'll never be in a movie, you'll never be on a reality show, you'll never get a commercial, you'll never get sponsorship. You're just going to live in the porn world and get your porn money, and that's how you'll eventually die. But these days, you have people like Suki and other people who have gotten famous off porn movies, who I won't mention, but have really elevated it to multi-millionaire status. So you really got to tip your hat.
Yeah, I mean, I tip my hat every day. And I think she's great. I think she's great. And
I need to get her on the show one of these days. She actually reached out to me back in the day.
I can look it up.
Yeah, you can look it up?
I mean, well, she hasn't called me back, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll see if she answers my call, but yeah.
There you go.
I'll look it up. And again, I love Princess. I'll never love another girl more than I love Princess ever in life. And everybody has to accept that. Whoever wants to fuck me.
Well, Wack talked about you having a wild weekend with a famous NFL player's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, he exposed that as LaDainian Thomas's wife.
We're not going to do that.
Nope.
We can't.
Okay.
We can't because it's just,
I'll
she
cut
had a
that
black card.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll cut it out.
They
I got
sued
you.
me. Oh, no, you don't have to take it out. I can't. And I can't talk about
You
it.
can't talk about it? So you want to keep this in, but just
I mean,
can't talk about
whatever you want to do, I don't do that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't do that. I can't help
But
having a good
before
time.
the interview, I asked Wack for some questions,
Wack
and this is
wants
one of
to
the
do what
questions
he
that he brought up.
But he has to be a better person.
So you blame Wack for this?
Of course. I blame Wack for a lot of things. I blame Wack for I hit it first, a lot of other things. But it's okay.
Well, there was a situation in Mexico where you were on a roof and you considered ending your life.
Yeah.
Was it really that bad?
I mean, it was to the
retrospect?
point where I was hanging off the roof and I told myself, I'm about to go to sleep because I'm tired. If I wake up in another world, fine. So meaning if I wake up and I fall off, I fall off. 100 floors, 20 floors, 30 floors, whatever. It was no way around it. I woke up still on the roof.
How long ago was this?
Like a year ago.
So you mean to tell me Ray J, who has 2 kids who love him,
Mhm.
who has fans, who has...
This happened 2 years ago. This happened about 2.5 years ago.
Okay, your kids...
They're all that I have.
Right, so the kids were still, you still had 2 kids
Yeah.
at that point. Both kids were born, I'm saying. You have 2 kids who loved you. You have income, you have a comfortable life, you have fans. You don't have to work every day, wake up every day and go to a job that you hate and, make minimum wage and barely scrape by. What could be going on in your life to say, I just want to get out. None of this is good enough and I just want to check out.
Well, that's how dark the industry can get when you live in a lie and you're walking around saying things that you know is not really real, but there's these checks that's coming into your account that allows you to accept that and continue to do it. So it's a battle between good and bad and right and wrong. And when the number is right, then wrong sets in. And you have to be the person that understand how much does it cost for me to continue to do wrong? Speak wrong, say wrong. Is it 100 million? Is it 300 million for you, Vlad, to create the false narrative? Is it 500, 700, 800 million? What is it? Because somebody can give you 800 tomorrow. You can create the false narrative, walk in with the same outfit on the next day, and nobody would know that you just got 800 million to create a false narrative that's not true about somebody's family, what they've done, who they are, what they believe in, how they treat people. You can make them the worst people in the world for the people who are the worst for a small fee of 800 million.
Well, there's that, but then there's your actual life and your kids. And what I've seen
all of that,
over and over
all of
again,
that takes place.
let me just say this. Over and over again, what I've heard from Ray J, and I went through a lot of your interviews beforehand, and not every man is like this. You absolutely adore your kids.
They're
And
all that
you will,
matters.
and you will, you stayed, from my point of view, you stayed in a relationship because of the kids. Am I right? because I've heard this before. Now, certain men say, listen, I got a insane baby mother. She's making it too hard for me. I'm out and, whatever. You are not like that. You even said that you will forego your own happiness just so you could be with your kids. Absolutely. And so your kids could be happy.
And so Princess can be happy too.
Okay. You do realize, though, that your kids losing their dad will make them very, very unhappy.
Absolutely. Yep. I do.
So how do you consider suicide knowing that?
That's because you get pushed up against the wall. And like I said, if I fall, then it wasn't meant. I didn't fall. I gave the higher power a choice to drop me or keep me. They kept me.
Well, there's the higher power, but there's also, driving around without a seatbelt. Sure, you can say the higher power is going to protect you, but you'll be a lot better off wearing the seatbelt.
Absolutely, but if it wasn't meant with the ledge that I was on, I should have fell.
So you just, right there on the ledge, you went to sleep.
I went to sleep for 3 hours.
For 3 hours, and you woke up still on the ledge.
Sun was up. Security was outside on the balcony, waiting to, reel me back in.
Put the net on you.
Yeah, so, at the end of the day, the higher power made their choice, and so I'm here, and so I'm trying to do better and speak the right words along with all the ratchet, crazy shit that I've encountered, the crazy shit that I've created, the movements that I've created the will for that fuck the industry up. Because I'm a part of a lot of wheels that I've changed this industry to where it's not about talent. It's about fucking. It's about not giving a fuck. It's about the lack of talent and the lack of knowledge, but the more beauty and intensity and controversy and negativity will drive the numbers up for you to win. That shadows everything that good people represent. So who am I? What do? I got to do better. I'm a part of the disease at this point. And to recreate it the right way, you got to sacrifice a lot of stuff. And you got to admit and take accountability to just who you are. This is who I am.
Did you do therapy after that?
I did therapy.
Okay.
But then I fucked my therapist. And it didn't help, man.
Okay. All right.
And then when I got with another therapist who was really strong, she was telling me stuff that made me want to go have a drink and get high. So she wasn't helping me either because she was telling me the truth. You go to an AA class and a motherfucker's talking, the first thing you want to do is have a drink. They the wrong people to be talking to.
Do you think that you've had addiction issues over the years?
Nah, I had to do AA class for some shit I did to clean my record up or some shit.
But not any actual real
Nah, I don't drink like that.
Yeah, I mean, I smoke weed, that's about it. But I drink occasionally.
Well,
I'm doing that with you.
You see we killed this bottle.
Right. Well, we're halfway through it.
We're halfway through it. It's very light. But I think that this was a good therapy session.
I think so, too.
I don't know anything we got that was extremely controversial, but I think this was strong.
That's what it is. Ray J, until next time, peace.